Hello and welcome one and all. This is Old School Gamer 1971 here. Millie, Lloyd, everyone, hope you're all having a great day. If you would, please like and comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Support the channel and help it grow. Today's thoughts is on Ghoulboy. I've been playing this game for around 3 hours and this is what I think. Ghoulboy is an adventure game developed by Serkan Bakar for the PlayStation 4 and released in 2019. The game borrows from several great titles. Metroid, Castlevania and Wonder Boy come straight to mind. This is not a bad thing. With some RPG elements and hack and slash gameplay, it's about brutalising as many enemies as possible, stealing what they had, avoiding deadly traps and defeating menacing bosses, and then being home for supper. If that sounds like fun, then this game could be for you. Serkan Bakar has helped develop many mobile games as well as games for PC. This is his first foray into the console market. His first mobile app released way back in 2014. His first solo project, Marlock Dark Demon, released in 2016 for mobile and PC. This is a wonderful throwback to the horror games of the early 90s. You play as Thulgar, also known as Ghoulboy, a young boy with a horned helmet who must travel across Halloween flavoured levels. So let's jump across a few platforms, solve a few puzzles, bash and mash many ghouls, monsters and skeletons, rinse then repeat. Set in the gloomy land of Gunzabar, Ghoulboy's father, Galdar, is a hero of great renown for his feats, mainly involving death. He has been abducted by the Goblin King, Gammambal, so not that great then. So it's up to you to save your father and the world, isn't that always the way? So is this Ghoulboy a retro styled classic, or is it Stallboy, a stinky smelling asslet? I really like the style on show here, and whilst it looks retro, let us look at the number of colours involved on screen. This would not have been possible way back when Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins was about. And yes, I get it is simplistic, having an 8-bit look about it all. Add to that some great animation and we have a pleasing looking game that does a little more than what it first of all looks like. The enemies are worthy of a mention. There are nice variety on show here. Do not get me wrong, there is not hundreds on show here, but there is enough differences. Also you get to know their movement and behaviour by what they look like. This harkens back to those old arcade classics. This is great and makes it feel a little more authentic. Whilst having a few tricks up its sleeve, it also fits in nicely with the rest of the art style. Again, the music echoes the 8-bit era pretty damn well. The music would be catchy. Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins come straight to mind. They both originated on arcade, so they will be vying for your money. So the music would have to turn your head. This seems to have come from the same songbook. This fits with the stylings very well. Just like those other games mentioned before, the sound effects will be used to set it apart. Again, the clarity of the sound would not have been possible when the two games was about. The sound, like the graphics, was purposefully made this way, and certainly took me back to a simpler time of gaming, where looking or sounding flashier would be enough. At first look, this looks like a Metroidvania game with a few RPG elements thrown in. However, it is not. Its controls feel a little more in common with the Ghoulboy series. In all, there is a few advancements that I would say makes it a little more than a simple clone or homage to the genre. With stuff to collect that is in out of the way places, an energy bar instead of instant death, it's more than just left to right to finish the level. I do like the controls. The game is mapped rather well, 5 buttons. What is great is how much more the controllers of today help with precision platforming. Old microswitch joysticks would never have been able to perform this well. The game is well designed, and again it comes all together to make a pretty damn good retro style game. Playing this did give me the old school atmosphere. This does feel like the games of old. Getting out a 10p out your pocket, putting it in the slot, and then pressing play 1. Bright colours splash your face, and 8-bit soundtrack rings in your ears. Yet at the same time it brings health gauges that were more in common with later arcade games heading into console gaming. This is a great feeling, and I soon felt in tune with the game. Another thing I liked was the wording of the story, the kind of intro. This reminds me of a trip to McDonald's after purchase, when cassettes inlays folded out or instruction manuals. It was worded in a familiar way. I like this, and add those aesthetics and I was back in my teenage years, when you got maybe a little more story in between levels if you were lucky. Every now and again I'm in the mood to play retro games, and it is great when a game comes along like this, where it is retro but with some new whistles and bells. It's not just those early games it borrows from. Traps and how the map is laid out is from a far later time than the graphics. The way it plays is so responsive. Old joysticks were nowhere near as responsive as this. Its maps are great with secret areas and stuff for you to find. This is well designed, and the further you get, the more complex it seems to get. This is all good and compliments to the designer. I wish we got more games like this, where they take games from the past and bring them to a younger generation, and whilst we may not get those classics from yesteryear, what we get is equally as good. No, it is not something new, just more comprehensive than most. So Ghoulboy, a retro styled classic, it most definitely is. If you are hearing this, you've made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for your support. Give it a thumbs up and comment if you enjoyed the video. Please share everywhere, as it helps the channel grow and puts a big old smile on this old face. Leave your suggestions down below in the comments. Enjoy your day, one and all. Old School Gamer 1971 signing off.